Do you think that people doing a PhD will become university teachers, researchers, or academics in the future? I thought that as well before I started my PhD program. But as time goes by, I keep questioning myself whether academia is something that I really want. Because choosing a PhD is not about earning a new degree or becoming a college teacher. It's more about choosing a kind of lifestyle. I don't regret the decision that I made of choosing this kind of lifestyle, but what can it bring to me? Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Yahua. I'm doing a PhD at the University of Melbourne here in Australia. In today's video, I would like to talk about how I feel in the past few months of study and what kind of things that I have been thinking about. I would say that over the past 4 months, my study journey is full of excitement and also confusion. Let me explain. About excitement, you start a new chapter is definitely exciting because you have a new identity. That is, your research becomes a part of your identity. I find it very interesting that whenever I meet someone new in academia, usually they just introduce their name and then what's their research about and maybe their PhD topic. So with this new identity, you are able to explore lots of new knowledge, new skills, and other cool stuff. For example, like me, I already done my PhD coursework component. Last semester, I chose 2 courses. One is a philosophy class and the other one is about digital research methods. These 2 courses are not super duper relevant to my PhD research, but I feel that I lack of that knowledge, so I just chose it anyways, and I did learn a lot in the class. And I also attended some big conferences in the past few months and listened to what other people are researching and what's trendy in my field. These are so cool because you can see people with similar interests. They gather in the same space and discussing relevant issues. It just broadened my horizons. So these are the excitement because everything is so new to me and I'm free to explore what interests me and listen to all these smart people discussing smart stuff. So it's very cool. But of course, it also comes with confusion. Speaking of confusion, there are 3 questions that really concerned me. The first one is how I could improve my daily workflow, including my note-taking, writing, and referencing system. You might have seen my previous video on trying different reference tools. Just like my supervisor once said that, there isn't any best tool for everyone. You just need to find what suits you the most. And the second one is about my research question. If you start a PhD, you already have a research question in mind. But this question may change as you dive deeper into the field. I still not quite sure what I'm going to research, but hopefully I can come out with something at the end of this year to pass my confirmation of candidature. And the third question is that, what do I want to get out of this PhD? I don't regret the decision that I made for continue studying and doing a PhD, and I'm still very interested in my topic. There are still some practical issues that I need to think about, like what kind of career path I should take after I complete this PhD, what kind of job that I would do, and whether I could find a job. It's hard to anticipate the future, but at least I should have something in my mind, but I can't come up with anything. Usually after people complete a PhD, they will just dive into academia and go to a university or an institution to do research and also become a teacher. I mean, I'm not against it, but the precarity in academia makes me think about whether an academic job is really suitable for me. And also thinking about what are the alternatives for a non-academic job. So these are the 3 questions that I have been thinking about. Maybe the last one is a little bit too early for me to figure that out because I have at least 3 years for trial and error anyways. But I guess what I can do right now is to continue learning, exploring new skills and knowledge. Speaking of that, I am considering to pick up Python again as a way of exploring different research opportunities. As I mentioned that I have a course called Digital Method in which I learned how to scrape data from websites and also how to do data visualization. These are totally new to me because I didn't know much about quantitative research methods. So after I learned how to do that, it's just like bringing me to a brand new world. And during the class, I also asked the tutor how he felt about the differences between using Outwit Hub and Python for data scraping and whether it is necessary for a media student like me to learn a programming language. And he was like, our GitHub is sufficient, but learn Python for sure. He also said that the first thing he would like to say to anyone who's starting a PhD is to learn Python because it just opens insane amount of doors for a researcher. Whether you want to do data cleaning, data scraping, sentiment analysis, image analysis, statistical analysis, natural language processing, or deep learning, there's so much you can do in Python, and all of a sudden, you will be good at a lot of things. It's just 100-fold worth learning a programming language. It was very inspiring after I heard his words, and it also sparked my motivation to pick up Python again. Take it as a very serious thing to do because I'm still confused about the kind of future career path that I should take. But with programming skills, I'm sure it will help to enhance my research capacity and build up my competence for future jobs, whether it is in academia or in industry. Although Python is said to be one of the easiest programming language to learn, for an art student like me, it's definitely challenging because I don't have any kind of background in programming. You might have seen a lot of online resources and courses for learning Python, but sometimes it's hard to find out what are the right and trustworthy materials to learn, especially when people have different backgrounds. But here, I would like to introduce you my old friend, Nocturne Programming, for those who don't have experience in programming but also want to learn, just like me, an art student who know nothing about Python. Nocturne Programming provides easy to learn Python classes for everyone. It is developed by Zhejiang's parent company and it is famous for using the flashcards approach to learn new knowledge. They not only provide foundational Python classes, but also advanced classes such as data scraping, data analysis, and data visualization. You can choose different courses according to your level. Among these advanced classes, I would prefer to learn web scraping because it not only in line with my research, but also can help me to understand a phenomena on the internet by the presentation of metadata. This course on Nocturne Programming offers 7 examples of web scraping, 50 plus Python knowledge flashcards, and 80 exercises of web scraping. After you have done the course, you can immediately use Python for web scraping. Compared with other Python courses online, Nocturne Programming is affordable and worth the money, and they also have assistants to help you to answer the questions throughout the course. What I also like about them is that they have user-friendly interfaces. Using the flashcards can help to memorize some key terms and concepts, and the whole process of learning Python is also fun and engaging as well. If you don't have any programming background like me, and if you want to learn the basic knowledge about Python and to use it practically in everyday life, I highly recommend you to try Nocturne Programming. Here are some concluding notes. People are always confused about life, no matter what age you are or what kind of life stage you are in. You can't just sit there and doing nothing. You have to take actions and make a change. For example, like me, maybe is to learn Python and to continue questioning and exploring new knowledge. Because you know, a PhD student is trained to be critical anyways. And plus, learning is a lifelong journey. Alright, that's all for today's video. I hope you can have some takeaway from me, and let me know if you like this kind of chatty videos in the comment section. I will see you in the next one. Bye!